Hey, so I am going to show you how to create a fun little experience for a customer going into a store. For some reason, it just came to my mind to do it for the Riverfront Honda, which is the place that I used to work at about 6, 7 years ago. And I don't know why it came up to my mind, but I just thought it'd be fun to do. So I'm going to show a one way to use this Metaverse app. And you do, so this is a website, studio.gometa.io. You do need an Apple or Android device and to download the app. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So we're going to create experience, and this is the playground, sandbox, whatever you want to call it. So let's go over some of this stuff real quick, and we're just going to learn more as we go. So you can title the experience. Name mine Riverfront Honda. You can see you can zoom in and you can zoom out, which is helpful whenever you start having some more and more scenes. You can run a test without actually having to publish it. We'll do that later. So this is considered a scene, and we can do an augmented reality kind of scene or a background kind of scene. And we'll go over that stuff later on. You can play with the shapes of different things and how many columns. And that's kind of the aesthetics of it. The way I like to do it, I like to work on the structure of it, like the bones, if you will. And just then we'll work on the aesthetics of it and doing all the connections that we need to do. So, so like I said, it's just it's a very small experience for, there's a lot of different ways that you can do this. You can really expand on it. I'm only doing it as sample size, and for a customer who is walking into Riverfront Honda. So welcome to Riverfront Honda. You can see is you literally just click and type, and you can see, let's see, what can I help you with today? Let's see. Again, this could go multiple ways. I'm not doing that. We're just going to kind of keep it simple. So this is the question, and then the customer can click on this button, and I made some edits to the button I forgot about. Okay, so this is a default button. We're just going to leave it at that, and then we'll play with the looks of it later on. So you click on that button, and on the right hand side you can see response types. You can do text or image if you want to upload a picture. We're just going to keep it simple by text. So Honda. If you want to add another button, you click right there. Polaris. And if add another button, used. Okay. So we're now going to add another scene to like our next step, like the next screen that you will see. So what were our options again? Oh, I kind of messed up there. So backtrack a little bit. That's not the questions that I was wanting to ask first. We're just okay, just looking, which is the most common response. Take me to website and take a picture. Okay. So that's the initial scene that I want the customers to come in. Now we're going to add a scene. And we are going to, let's see, add another character scene right here. So you see that there are three options that a customer had to select from. They're just looking. Do they just want to go to the website, check stuff out, look at the specs of a machine or whatever, or they want to take a picture. They take a picture of a machine. They want to do whatever it is. They want to take a picture, selfie, whatever. So, and they can do all that in here. So if they're just looking, okay. So the response, if they were just looking, was like, awesome. Do you have a preference on the make and we're going to click, let's see, I'm not going to ask, that's an open question. I'm not going to do that. Do you prefer Honda, Polaris, or looking for something used? I didn't want to leave it as an open-ended question. I just wanted, you got Honda, Yamaha, or Honda, Polaris, and used. I used to sell Yamaha, they don't anymore. So we click on that button, and then that's where I put the Honda, Polaris, and used. So we got that scene, and now we're going to add another scene. Oh, let me back up again, sorry. So this is the scene that would go, sorry. So if they click just looking, this will go to this scene right here. And actually I can edit the name of these scenes. Let's go ahead and do that. Make this bigger. Scene 2, I'm just going to put just looking and minimize that down so I have more room to work with. And so this one right here says take me to the website. So we're going to add a screen that'll take me to the website. So you click add new and you do a web view scene. And I'm going to put it underneath here. The reason being is it's one of the options for this scene right here. So it says take me to the website. We go to web preview and you can edit. Let's see, what was it? Okay. So I copy that URL. And so I have the scene selected, and you can see I have website URL right there to just paste that in. Excuse me. And I'll give it a second and it'll preview it. And then you have the option to just take a picture. So we want to take a picture and we're going to add new camera scene. And we again are going to put it underneath here. This is when you start minimizing it. Put it underneath here, just again because it's part of this right here. All of these are options from this first scene right here. So I'm going to go ahead and name these scenes. Take me to website, again, which is related to that. And what was that called? Take a picture. Take a picture. Minimize that a little bit. Okay. And so awesome. Okay, so we got all three of options for this very first scene. So let's see, what are the options from this one? So somebody says just looking, and then say awesome, do you prefer Honda, Yum, Polaris, or looking for something to use, and they make a selection. So maybe we want to see how many select what, or the customer wants to see how many select what. Maybe they, I don't know, see what's popular. I don't know. So we're going to add a new scene, and we're going to take a poll. I want to move this over just a little bit, and you'll see why later on. But that's a poll scene. So when somebody will select Honda, Polaris, or used, they'll see how many people select what. Let's see. Okay. So once they go to a URL, once they go to a web page, there's not really anything. They're kind of like in the web page. There's not really any other thing else you can do. So there's nothing to do with that. Okay, if they take a picture, we can put it on a wall. So let's add a new wall. And so we bring it down here. And I'm bringing it down here because it's directly related to that. So that just kind of keeps things neat and somewhat manageable. And you'll see why, because there's all kinds of lines and stuff later on. It's really fun. And so we got a media wall. I'm going to leave that there right there. So again, this is basically the structure of it. And that's all I want to do right now. That's enough. We just got a couple. We got web view. We got to take a selfie. We got polls. We got media walls. We got the buttons. There's obviously more things you can do but we're not doing that. Let's just kind of focus on this right now. So, okay. So all these little like orange buttons right here that indicate that this button, like just looking, it doesn't know where to go. It doesn't know to go to this scene right here. We got to tell it. So this is kind of like if you're doing programming, this is kind of where like the JavaScript stuff kind of comes in, like the event listeners, excuse me. What button does what, which is really so fun about this. Like you don't have to worry about we'll get into the coding, but it just gives them an idea of how things are supposed to work without having to worry about coding, first thing. So, okay, so we're just looking. If they say they're just looking, we are going to click that button. And over here, you'll see, their options. It's a text response, which we already did. We already got the just looking. If you need to change it, it's easy. Just, change it. So now we're going to tell it what scene we want it to go to. Do we want it to go this one, or this one? And we want it to go to this one. Okay, transition to scene is what we have here. There's a couple different ways that you can transition to a scene. I'll show you one way, then I'll show you another. So we click on the scene. Sorry, we click on the button. We click on this little button thing right here. And we click on the scene that we want it to go to. So we want just looking to go to the just looking scene. And that's it. If we want them to take them to a website, we, again, click on the button. So we want it to go to this scene right here. And we click on that button and we can transition to a scene. Now, instead of clicking that button right here, we can just, click on that drop down arrow and you can just select the scene. It says take me to website, which is what we named the scene right here. If we did not rename the scenes, like right here, it says scene 5 and scene 6, where I did not rename those. The more scenes you have, that can be really confusing. So I would recommend naming them. And good names, again, kind of like coding, name means something good and not just X and Y or foo or bar, have some relevance to your name. So anyways, so we want it to transition to, is that still selected? Yeah. Transition to take me to website. Okay. And it does the same thing. It makes that line. It's saying it's going to that scene. So in the last ones, take a picture. Just going to click on that button right there and click down there because that's just the easiest ones. Again, once you have more stuff, you might just want to do the drop down method. Okay, so we have a couple other scenes here. One is a media wall, and what the media wall will do whenever somebody takes a picture, it will post on the wall. And this is a poll, and what that is, when somebody selects Honda players are used, the answers will be on a poll. So these are two scenes. But we need to have something in between. It's got to do something with this information it's gathering. Okay, there's got to be a process to it. So we're going to click add new and move this over a little bit. So we see the scenes that we've been playing with a little bit, and now there's blocks. So the blocks is kind of, I don't know, I want to say JavaScript, but it's probably not the best way of explaining it. The blocks do different stuff. You just have to, the best way to have a good understanding of it is to use it. That's just about like anything. So I'm going to do polls, and you'll see I can't talk, polls. There's only really one option for polls. There's others like probability, leaderboard, and whatnot. So polls is use, and you see it pop up right here. Make this a little bigger so you can see it. Okay, it comes up right here, and we're going to drag it over here, right before the poll wall scene, the poll scene, and after just looking, which is all the responses are being collected. So we are recording the votes of Hondas Polaris, and used. Okay, so we're taking all that information and we're recording those votes. And then we are taking that information and displaying it onto this media wall. Excuse me. So there's our media wall. And we probably want to do more stuff like, when it comes to selling, but I'm not going into all of that because it can get really convoluted. Just you have more time and more time. It's like almost 10 o'clock at night here, so more time. And then I'm just going to end that scene. So we click on that orange button and, oh, I'm sorry, I think I skipped a step. So we click on the poll scene. And on the poll, on the right-hand side, you can see select a poll. And there are polls that that it keeps whenever you make something, when you make a poll. So to make a new poll, click new, machine preference, and prefer Honda, Polaris, or used. Okay, create poll. So there's your poll, and we're going to end it. No, and there it appears. Then we're going to end it. So we click right here. It says transition to scene. We end the experience. They do that and it's done. Okay, but we got a couple other options that they could have chosen. They could have chosen take me to a website. Like I said earlier, if it goes to a website, it's out of the app. It's now on a website. So we're just going to say that's done as well. End experience. Now this one right here, they want to take a picture. So we click on the scene for the picture. You can do a couple different things. You can do front facing camera, rear facing camera. You want to do front. You can do photo and video, or just choose photo or video only. Now this is kind of really fun. You can create a frame, and it will help make your business unique. Like somebody wants to take a picture with a frame, like you see a couple of things I was playing with, and download it, share it on social media, whatever. So that's a good way to kind of promote your business if you have a specific logo. So, and it's really easy to do that. Let's see if I can do that real quick. I don't know what they have logos anymore. Riverfront Honda logo. Images. I'm not seeing anything really. Oh. Okay, how about this? Honda Motor Sports. No. Okay, that'll work. We're just going to pretend that's an official logo, organization's logo. So I wanted it to be a PNG. So it'll be transparent in the background and images. So let's do save image. Where'd it go? Okay, there it is. And Honda PNG. Okay. So you can create a frame. You can choose anything from these defaults, these cartoons. So we can look up something outdoor. Evidently there's nothing outdoor. Let's do fun. Okay. Let's see. Let's do Lilo. Lilo's funny. Now, even though it was animated, it was a GIF on this. This is still, so just be aware of that. But you have options, And let's see, I'm going to upload an image. So you can do whatever options are available within Metaverse, or you can upload your own. So you click on this button, upload an image, and I did that one. Okay, need to resize it. No, this is probably not something you would ever use. I mean, yeah, you wouldn't, but you get the idea. You can upload any kind of image, and you can have some fun with characters. So move that over there, hit save. So, so basically what happens is whenever anybody takes a selfie, takes a picture, whether it's selfie or they turn around, whatever, it's going to have that frame. And then, and then we want it to go on the wall. We want them to put it on the wall. So we are going to click on that. Oh, actually, we need to hit add new. And what was it? Walls. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Walls. Under the walls category, we click save to wall, which is the only one there. And again, let me make that a little bit smaller so we can see stuff. Okay, save to wall. We're going to drag it down here. And we are going to select this take a picture frame. And we are going to select this little button, and we're going to save it to the wall. And we are going to select that block right there. And we are going to transition to scene 6 because I did not rename it. Transition to scene 6. And then we are going to end the experience because that's all we're going to do with that. So we can test it before we publish it. We can continue to make edits to it, and you can see we did a few different things. We took a poll, we went to a website, we're going to take a picture, and it's really drag and drop. It's not really too code intensive. It's kind of more teaching the concepts before getting into the areas where you have some syntax and logical errors, which is kind of the most frustrating part of this. So the idea was to kind of teach the concept, and then we teach the skills. Okay, so you can test it. So you click on this button that says test, and it's let's see, let's test it, and then we'll add some design to it. So let's see. Make sure you guys can see because I can't. Okay. So I have my phone, and I'm going to scan this URL or this QR code right here, and then I open up the app. Hopefully this works. Right. I was going to cast it on here, but since I'm not on the same network, it won't let me, and I haven't figured out a way around that yet, short of me just bringing my cord, and I don't have it. So let's see. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of freaky. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so if you're testing it, because I don't really have any design or we didn't do any kind of styling in it, so it just should be, just like that. So it's loading. You can see my picture and stuff. Okay, so it comes up saying, welcome to Riverfront Honda. What can I help you with today? So we're going to say, take a picture, take me to a website, just looking. So we're going to say, let's start with just looking. Okay, so are we looking for used, Polaris, or Honda? So Polaris. And it loads a poll. That did not work. Why is it not working? What happened? Must have missed a step. Okay. So that was the end of that experience. I have to see why the poll didn't Welcome to do we want to, let's go to the website, see if the website works. It's loading, so I'm assuming it's going to work. Stop. Next. Try that again. Take me to website. Oh, try this again, and let's go take a picture. All right, so that worked. All right, so you can see, if you take a picture, it's got the logo and that. So you can take a picture, or you can take a video, whatever. And then you can download it or send it to the wall. Let's see if the wall works. Nope, wall did not work either. So we gotta see what's going on. Okay, so let us get rid of that. So let's see, what did I do wrong? Oh, I see what I did. At least I think I do. Hold on. So we got the button goes to there. Oh, okay. So we're telling it to record the vote, but we did not tell it what poll to look at. It says it right here on the scene, but this right here, it says select poll. It's like, what poll? You didn't tell me what poll to select. So I think it's this one. They both say the exact same things. I want to go with that one because that's the last one. I did it before. Yeah, I should delete them. Anyways, so let's try C. Okay, transition. Okay, that's going to transition to scene 5, and scene 5 is going to end the experience. I think the web page, let's see. Let's just leave that open right now. I'm wanting to think that's the reason that kind of the web page took so long, just signal here. This worked, with the exception of this. So we got this images to load, and then it's saving to the walls where it did work, because similar option with the thing, with the poll. And didn't tell it what wall to go to. Check us out. So if you want to select something new, you can name a new wall. Check us out too. So I know which one's which. And yeah, you can do anonymous. You can do whatever. So let's try testing that again. Well, I still have some battery because it's about dead. And if you still have the app open, you don't need to rescan it, but I don't. Let me figure out how to cast. Okay, so the app. Welcome to Riverfront Honda. What can I help you with today? Say we want to just looking. So I'm going to choose whatever that is. It's still not showing. It's kind of frustrating. Okay, let's try the pictures thing. Why still have battery? Welcome to Riverfront. Yeah, take a picture. Okay, we took a picture. On the wall. It's not going on the wall. Why is that bloody hell's that not going on the wall? Record vote. Why is it going to this? What the hell happened? Let's do that. Machine preference. Okay. Check this out too. Okay. So those are little things that you forget. I forget. Okay. So you can see the one I took earlier is now on there. So what I had to do was in selecting the scene, I had to change the wall to the wall that we wanted to go to. So we're telling it to save to a wall, check us out too. And then the name of the wall, we got to name it check us out too. Now this one, I wonder if that's yep, probably. Okay. Different one. Try this again. Let's see the third time's a charm. I still have battery. Yeah. So I went to just looking. Select whatever that one is. Success! Yes. Okay. So the poll worked. So if you had multiple people coming in and do it, then they pick whatever. So next, and I think that was the end of that experience. So I didn't do anything else. Again, you can build up on it. So we're gonna try something else. Riverfront Honda, yeah, whatever. Take a picture. It should work because it worked on the thing you saw. Okay, so I took a picture. You can download it. There's a button there you can download. I'm just trying to send it to the wall. Hit refresh, and you better be on the wall. There we go. Okay. So 2 minutes ago, 8 seconds ago. So yeah, there's one that was 8 seconds ago. That's one I did just now. So that is a couple of different ways that you can play with it. So what this teaches, okay? Let me get rid of that. So what this teaches right here, students who are learning how to anything. So teachers can use this as like a quiz or multiple choice or whatever. We'll do a tutorial on that. I just, for some reason, this is what was in my mind, like Riverfront Honda. I kind of wanted to go with it because I can. So a teacher can make quizzes, can take them to websites, can do recording votes like a poll. They can have, make a fun thing for students to do a selfie with, and then post to a wall, or they can download it for their own social media thing. Like if there's a contest or a prize, then you only got to take that particular selfie with this frame. If you answered all the questions right. That's a great way of doing it, okay? Because you only can access it if you answer all the questions. If you tell them, you direct it. Let's see. I didn't do the web view one again because I think that's just a problem with the the service I have in here, so I'm not terribly concerned about that. This video is already taken longer than what I thought I was going to, so I'm not going to worry about the styling of it. I'll make that into another video. And so what it teaches kids, if a student, well, first of all, back up. Sorry, a teacher can use this as like just a way to increase engagement and make things fun and exciting, right? Take a picture, do a pose, whatever. A student, just from what you see right here, what you've seen, and this isn't everything that Metaverse has to offer, a student can learn some of the concepts of JavaScript in regards to event listeners. And, it's pretty much, I think, the only thing we did JavaScript wise. We didn't go anything else, I don't think. We didn't talk about variables. Okay, I think it was just event listeners. So that's a good way. And you saw me go through this like 3 different times, because I kept messing up. The variable aspect of it in regards to like which pole, what are we going into? And that's where I messed up, because I was not calling on the right one. So it teaches them perseverance and problem solving skills. And it has that win, like, when that excitement is like, oh crap, I finally got it right. So that's Metaverse. That's one way of using Metaverse. And I'm going to do another one talking about the styling of it to make it pretty and fun and just a little bit more exciting. And that's it. I'm tired. It's after 10 o'clock at night, and I got about an hour drive home. And yeah, so see y'all. Bye.